Hi everyone, it's Bethany and Garrett here, and I'm so excited to be bringing back the craft corner, the journal with me videos. I'm just going to get straight into it because I've got a few things I want to do before I do the journal with me. I want to quickly explain what this hodgepodge of a mess is over here, and then I want to give you a bit of a sticker haul, a bit of a junk haul before going into the journal with me. So let me just quickly explain what this is. I had seen online on Instagram Reels actually a couple of really ingenious crafters who realized that instead of paying heaps of money in order to get those like ransom note letter stickers, you can just cut out the letters from magazines or recycled goods, and that's what I decided to do. So I purchased this off Amazon. It is 36, I believe, spaces. I've gone ahead and labeled all of them with my label maker for the letters. And currently I just have a few pieces from magazines, but I decided to actually to use some of Titus's and his friends' beer recycled packages. And I just love the look of ransom note letters. I think they're quite aesthetic, so that's what this is, and I just wanted to share that with you in case any of you also would find this useful. All right, now that that is done, I will pop that away. Let's do a bit of a junk journal haul. I also do just apologize for the lighting. I know it's not the greatest. I am going to try and save up to get like a nice little desk light, but for now this is what we're working with. I do apologize. When I go away on holiday, I always bring one of these little seal thingies with me. Not that it ever can close by the end of it, but it just helps me keep it organized. I have, of course, the plane ticket, an absolute must. And then I picked up some leaves. This is important for me because I had a really great journal session in one spot where there were leaves all over on the ground, and it was just, I wanted to grab some. I did buy a bookmark. I'm not going to put that in my journal, but that's in here. Honestly, the trick to successful, in my mind, scrap journaling is just simply to not overthink it. If you see something, grab it. If you have the space to bring it home, do so. You never know what you might want, what you might need. And if you don't even use it all, that's fine. You can always just recycle it or save it for a different time. Something that I tend to grab are, you can see here, bits of paper from restaurants I go to. And whenever there's the opportunity to pop into like a touristy shop that sells independent artists, not even touristy shop, just a shop that sells like independent arts and crafts, I always go there and keep an eye out for postcards. You'll see why later. But this is a cathedral I went to. This is a walk I did with my friend. And this is a swimming hole I went to with my friend. So it's a really easy way for me to put actual art in my journals without having to be any good at it myself. I personally love the aesthetic of like warm macadamia. So whenever I see these, oh, see, more food paper. Whenever I see these brown paper bags, I just always grab one, if they're free, of course, and reuse them for that. I passed a Zine free library, like a bookish free library, but for Zines. And they had this scenario, which I thought was really cool. I then have a few things that like don't fit in. So a museum piece of paper, a Newcastle sticker I had. I got GYG one night. That's an Italian dinner I went to. This is a walk I did. And then we have the stickers. When I go on a trip, like what I'm about to journal, I always try to get some stickers because I use them in all of my spreads to create a theme. To be fair though, I'm going to be an immediate hypocrite. I don't think I'm going to use either of these. I just bought these because I thought they were gorgeous. So these are some honeybees, honey, some lemons. I just think this will be so good for spring. Oh, I'm so sorry about the lighting. I'm going to get that sorted out hopefully by the next video. And then these pigeons. So I just thought they were really funny. Hopefully you guys can read what some of the things say. I just thought that these were going to be really cool to have in my collection, but I didn't really see pigeons on my trip or bees, so I just decided to pick those up as a little treat. However, I saw lots of flowers, and we did have some homemade meals with veggies, but mostly these are the 2 sheets I'm going to be using throughout the next couple of spreads. So my colour scheme is very much going to be like warm tones, but we're also at the beach, so like purples, blues and greens I think are going to be my central colour theme for this trip. Okay, that's the haul. Let's get into a journal with me. We're going to go into a voiceover / chill out, listen to some music mode. If you've got a journal yourself, feel free to join in. Let's do some journaling together. Before I put on the music, I actually really wanted to explain my journaling process with you all a little bit more, because you will notice that for each page I tend to have a pattern, a bit of a routine if you will. The first thing I always do, no matter the spread, whether it's a holiday spread or whatever, is I make sure I know what photos I want to use. I use a Canon selfie printer. If you want more details, please let me know. I'll try and remember to link it below in the bio. But I use one of those for my printing, and from there I basically use those colours as a little bit of colour palette inspo. I always try to make sure that whatever I bring into the spread matches with the photos. But before we even get to that, I already mentioned I quite enjoy like the warm academia vibes. Sometimes I go a lot brighter, but most of the time I do go for a let's just call it like a brown tone, something or rather. So ultimately what I'll always do is I'll figure out any base layers, whether that is a bit of crumpled up brown paper, whether that's a bit of tissue paper that I've collected from somewhere. In this case, what you can see me doing here is just trying to figure out what goes on each page, because I do have four spreads to do, because I was there for 4 days. Maybe it was 5 spreads, I actually can't remember. From there, once I figured out what goes on each page, I just start gluing down the main things. Once I've done that, you can see here that I'm just figuring out what my background paper is going to be, flipping through all of the ephemera I have collected over the many, many months and years. I figure out what my base layers are going to be, and from there I build upwards. So you can see I'm playing around with the paper there, and then I realise I actually want a bit more florals in the background, so I add my layers. And it's just a process. I always go paper first. Do I want any big stickers in the background? Then add things on from there. Here's the brown paper I was talking about. After all of the background layers have gone down, then I'll start gluing on the photos, and then it becomes stickers, always at the very, very end. This will all make sense, I assume, once you watch it. I just wanted to verbally explain it a bit more. But enjoy, get your journal out, journal with me. I have just sped up the whole content. There's about 10 more minutes left in the video, as I do have another 4 or 5 pages to do. So I'll pop on some music, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Me wind and rain, you're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak my mind. Oh, baby, you give me ice and fire. You're chilling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, oh, oh,